The year is 2023. God, that sounds crazy. Maybe for y'all little kids that might not mean nothing, but for an old head like me, it's 2023. Jesus, it was 2007 yesterday, I swear. Listen, the year is 2023. And we are still in a culture where everyone hates New York. And quite honestly, I don't understand it. Now, for y'all, it's got to be a little bit more egregious because y'all live there and stuff, right? That don't affect us down here, right? That it just doesn't affect us down here like that. But for y'all, it has got to be really frustrating. But what we don't see is the perspective of the individuals that support y'all that aren't there, because we get it even worse. At least y'all are there, and in your like cone of solitude up in New York, like, can't nobody get to y'all type stuff, right? But if you're outside of New York and you support a New York team, oh, the slander's ridiculous. Now, being a Knicks fan is its own colossal thing that, honestly, I could write a book on. But being a Nets fan has been a very interesting experience. I've seen flavors where it's Nickel, if you will, but then I've seen flavors where it's unique to Brooklyn, and I'm just trying to put the pieces together. And specifically unique to the Brooklyn Nets, because the Liberty don't get the slander that the Nets do or that the Knicks do. But this is a Nets video, so let's keep it strictly here. Kevin Durant left us, a super team that he acquired here, to go form a new Justice League or Super Friends at the Hall of Justice over in Phoenix, right? Didn't work out because of course it didn't. And so now, through all sorts of finagling that he has admitted to doing, he had just as much a hand in it as their fancy new owner who got assaulted by Jokic that nobody talks about anymore. They have acquired Bradley Beal. So now they've got an alleged big four, assuming Aiden's going to stay. You've got an alleged big four of DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and almost said Paul Pierce, and Bradley Beal. If I said someone's name twice, it really doesn't matter because I don't care. You know what point I'm trying to make here. When we acquired Blake Griffin, not even Harden, when we acquired Blake Griffin, the entire world collectively came together and said we broke the NBA. This was on some Triple H bad for business. Like, this was destroying the NBA. The Brooklyn Nets were single-handedly turning the National Basketball Association into AAU. Whatever that means. I never even understood that. I feel like there's some racial stuff behind that, but it's not here or there. We're not that far from Juneteenth, but that's not here or there. Everyone and their mama then poo-pooed on us and treated us like we were the Yankees or some foolishness where we're just acquiring all the best talent in the league and we're cheating. But for some reason, the Suns can acquire Bradley Beal and it's not overkill. The way they slandered Kevin Durant when he was with us, the way they slandered Kyrie Irving when he was with us, the way they slandered Harden, the way they took out the whole team and all of Nets faithful coming at us crazy because we got Blake Griffin. Now, again, I was the only person who was hyped to boot Blake Griffin with the Blankety Blake. I was the only person who was hyped to boot that. But I'm making a point. It's not like we successfully got Drummond or some stuff like that. Like, we had to settle for LaMarcus Aldridge, which, again, I understand that I was the only person excited about that, but I'm trying to make a point. It's not like we acquired another insane top talent. We were just scooping up people from the buyout market who folks didn't even want. But they told us that we were destroying the league. When we signed LaMarcus Aldridge, everybody was just throwing their pens in the air. Everybody was punching the sky and stuff. Folks were upset and irate at the Nets because how could we be an attractive trade destination? How could we fairly, I might add, acquire superior talent and supporting characters from the past? How could we do that? How could the Nets cheat the system? How could the Nets be such villains? We had Steve Nash cutting AEW promos in the back like, well, I guess we're just the villains. Rawr. You remember that? You remember the rawr promo? You remember the rawr? Post-game media scrum CM Punk style? You remember that? But Phoenix can do the exact same thing. And no one says a word. No one says a word. And I'm not even talking about from the standpoint of, do people think it's going to work or not? Is Kevin Durant being slandered for being a bum or something like that? I'm talking about the core issue of why is it okay when anyone else does something, but when the Nets do something, we're trash. Someone else acquires D'Angelo Russell. Oh my God, what a great pickup. He's on the Nets. Oh, he's a bum. He wasn't even that good. Insanity. Oh, Karis LeVert's trash. But the second he goes anywhere else, oh, what a great pickup for Indiana. Oh, what a great pickup to the core of the Cavaliers. Jared Allen. Oh, Jared Allen ain't nothing. The second he goes to Cleveland, oh my God, all-star, one of the top 5 centers in the league, clearly. One of the top 5 centers in the league, clearly, Agaga. I want everyone to keep the same energy. When Bruce Brown was on the Brooklyn Nets, people tore him to shreds because he tried to take one last-second shot at the end of a regular season game, and everybody said he was trash, and he was in over his head, and blah, 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 blah. He goes to the Nuggets, wins a championship, and the whole run. Oh, Bruce Brown's incredible. How could Brooklyn give him up? How could Brooklyn give him up? They said the same thing about Jeff Green. They said he was washed. They said he was trash. But the second he goes somewhere else, oh, what a great pickup for Denver. What a great pickup for Denver. Oh, DeAndre Jordan, right? The Brooklyn Nets make the clean sweep and acquire DeAndre Jordan. Oh, DeAndre Jordan. Now they got Blake Griffin. What they gonna try to do? Washed up Lob City? But the second he's a veteran in the Denver Nuggets locker room, oh, it's an amazing pickup. It's a cultural shift. Disgusting. And I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the double standards. This is too much. I didn't sign up for this, but this is disgusting. I want to know why the same energy is not being kept. Where are the tweets? Where are the campaigns? Where are the first take segments? Where are the... well, there's no more Undisputed. Well, where is the... By the way, Skip, you just lost a strong-willed African-American on the show. You got another one right here. Somebody get me on Undisputed to replace Shannon Sharp, please. If I need the gumbo accent, I will make it happen. Somebody get me on Undisputed, but that's not here or there. Anyway, where are the additions to the bud list for Chris Broussard? Where's the slander? Where's the jokes? Where's the ha-has? Where's the memes? Not to be found. The most we'll get is the established Kevin Durant hater squad, which I'm the president of, that is calling into question, well, Jesus, how much help does Kevin Durant need? And if he fails this time, how big of a bum does that make him? But that's not enough. I want vindication and I want validation for all the shenanigans that we went through. Now, we talked about what happened with Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge and all that stuff. Hold on 1 second. I just got to check a text. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's my manager trying to get me to come into work. I ain't going to do it. Not on my off day, but that's not here or there. Anyway. We didn't even talk about Harden yet. Do you remember? And a lot of people don't talk about Harden, and we got to have a conversation at some point of like Darren Williams and James Harden and who's more hated. I'm not quite sure after what Darren did to y'all, like why Harden is in the same category, but that's not here or there. That's another video for another day. We will unpack your trauma some other day. But remember when we got James Harden? Remember how the world just like immediately, they pooped on us from every possible angle. They pooped on us from every possible conceivable angle. They said, number one, we broke the league. Number two, it's AAU, whatever a microaggression type stuff that is. They said, number three, it wouldn't work because Harden is the same thing as Kyrie and they're both point guards and it's not going to work and all this stuff. There was so much slander that came with it. From the day he signed and escaped Houston, from the day he left. Now, keep in mind, as soon as he left us and went to the Sixers, it was nothing but positive accolades. Now, you can throw in the Daryl Morey stuff all you want, but if you ask me, he went to a less talented situation. Because again, Kyrie was coming back in like a month, but we will not have a history lesson on how we fumbled a big three again, but that's not here nor there. He went to a less talented situation with him and Joel Embiid and Maxey and all of them, right? It was praised. It was loved. Harden's focused. He's buying in. The same things that they would slander him for when he was a net. Oh, he's passing too much. He's not shooting enough. That just makes him Chris Paul and everybody loved him, right? The only time James Harden gets slandered is if he chokes in the playoffs or something like that. But that just comes with the entire James Harden experience. What I'm trying to say is every aspect of the Nets doing something gets lambasted and destroyed by the entire mass media. But the second another team does the same thing, nobody says a word. And there has never been a more egregious and obvious and blatant example than what we are experiencing right now. What they're doing in Phoenix is nasty work. What they're doing in Phoenix is some nasty, top flight, disgusting, despicable, COVID level work. But nobody's saying a word. But when the Nets did literally the exact same thing, we're breaking the league. Boo-hoo, Nets are too good. It's not fair. I won't go on too much longer. I just want to get this off my chest. We could have talked about the 2-year anniversary of Kevin Durant having large shoes and us not making the... Yeah. We could have did that. We still got to do the Cam Thomas deep dive. We still got to do a Jersey deep dive. We got to talk about the Darren Williams hard stuff. We got a lot of stuff to discuss this summer. I just wanted to get on here and just make sure that we are all in agreement that there is clearly a double standard when it comes to the Brooklyn Nets. I've seen more disgusting narrative spins for the Nets than I did with my entire tenure as a Knicks fan. And that is saying a lot, because I saw some nasty stuff on that Knicks for clicks wave. I've seen some nasty stuff from the mass media. We're about to have draft night and I didn't see it at all. But the stuff they're doing with the Nets is just, this is otherworldly. And again, you don't have the same issue with the Liberty. It's just the Nets. I don't get it. But let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see y'all next week. My bad for waiting until Thursday. Between you and me, the kid's trying to get signed to a metal label, so I've been a little busy making demos, but that's neither here nor there. I'll see y'all later. Yeah.